Good morning, children. Welcome to another class with your great teacher, Mateo. Today we will learn a new topic, which is quantifiers. For this, I need you to be very focused and attentive in this class today. First of all, what is a quantifier? A quantifier is a word that usually goes before a noun to express the quantity of the object. For example, a little milk and many toys. That is, the quantifier will deal to the magnitude of the amount of things that you have or do not have, that there is or there is not. Quantifiers indicate the quantity of a name. They are answer to the question how many or how much. Like articles, quantifiers define a name and are always placed in front of the name. Some can be used only with countable names, some with only uncountable names, and some with both. Take into account the amount of toys you have, children. Even if you have many, you can count them. But if, for example, you have a juice, you cannot count how much juice you have. You can say that it is a juice box, but you cannot count how much juice you have. What's more, it doesn't make sense you count the juice. Another example of uncountable elements is the air. You can count the air, right? Or can some delete? Try to know it. Unifying what I just told you, we have that the countable elements they are those that have a singular and plural form. To say they are accounting elements, say they are. Your structure is there are plus quantifier plus noun in plural or singular plus complement. The uncountable nouns they are those that have a single form and only admit the verb into singular. To say that there are uncountable elements, to say there is. Your structure is there is plus quantifier plus noun only in singular plus complement. For example, you can see uh, six six for us. The first is a tea, the second an orange, the third a fish, the next yogurt, the next an apple, and the next a pear. For this, tea and yogurt are there are is uncountable nouns, but an orange and fish, an apple and pear is a countable nouns. Don't forget, children, countable is singular or plural, and uncountable is only singular. Well, kids, there are many quantifiers. Among the most prominent we have many and much, which is used for the countable and uncountable, and tells us that there is a lot of something. Not many and not much, which is the opposite of many and much. Tells us that there is not much of something. There are also not many for countable items and not much for uncountable items. Not any indicates that there is nothing or that something is empty. This is used for countable elements such as uncountable. A lot of indicates that there is too much of something, either countable or uncountable elements. A little indicates that there are shortages, that there is little of something uncountable. Few indicates that there are shortages, that there is little of something countable. Some indicates that there is something, not much or little, of countable and uncountable things. A note indicates that there is an adequate amount of something, applies to countable or uncountable elements. Not a note indicates that there is not an adequate amount of something, applies to countable or uncountable elements. Finally, more indicates that there is more than what was had before, either something countable or uncountable. I will explain more in depth the most important ones from the previous lists. First, I have money. Money expresses the idea of large quantity. It is used especially in negative and interrogative sentences, with the countable name in the plural. Don't forget. For example, in negative sentence we have there are not many tourists. In interrogative sentence we have how many cats do you have? An affirmative sentence we have many friends. Second, much. Much as money, it expresses the idea of a large quantity and is used especially in negative and interrogative sentence. The difference with money is that we use much only with uncountable singular nouns. For example, in negative sentence, there is not much time. In interrogative sentence, how much money does we have? In affirmative sentence, we have much to do. Third, I love art. They express idea of a great quantity. It can be used with countable and uncountable nouns. Unlike many and much, we do not use them in question sentence. Examples: countable noun. He has a lot of books. Countable noun. He does not have a lot of books. In countable noun, positive, I have a lot of money. And negative, I do not have a lot of money. Little. They express a small amount and are used only with countable names. The option to use little or a little reflects an option on the quantity. If you use a little, it means a positive opinion about the quantity, and if you use little, it means a negative opinion. Examples: interrogative sentence. Do you have a little money? In affirmative, we have a little time. In negative, in the city, there is not little pollution. Few or a few. They express a small number. They are used only with countable names. The option to use few or a few reflects the option on the amount expressed. Few describes the amount in a negative way and a few described in a positive way. For example, do you have a few dollars? Interrogative. In affirmative, there are few tourists here today. A note, not a no. A no expresses the necessary amount of something, and not a no expresses that you do not have the necessary amount. For example, the party was very boring. There weren't enough people. Other example, we don't have enough money to buy the PlayStation 5. Okay, children, it's time for exercise. The exercise is look at the following image, choose two countable elements and another two uncountable, and form the sentence with each of them. Only choose four elements. It's very short. Calm down. I will help you with a sentence so that you can take it as an example and form the rest. I choose eggs. The sentence is I have few eggs for breakfast. The rest is on your own. Good luck, children. See you again in the next class. Bye bye.